The Rams are 10-4 and can clinch the NFC West for the first time since 2003 on Sunday. This is Gary Klein. I'm Lindsay Thayer for the Los Angeles Times. They'll play the Tennessee Titans on Christmas Eve and ask any of the guys in the locker room how much it would mean to clinch the NFC West, and they all say the same thing. Gary, they absolutely want to get it done. It's on their way to another goal of theirs, but especially for some of these guys that have been around this organization for so long, finally being on a winning team in December really means a lot.
This is a team that was 4-12 last season, so to be on the brink of a division championship for some of these veteran players, Trumaine Johnson, Robert Quinn, guys who've been around a lot, this means something. And Sean McVay has talked all season about one game at a time, but they know what's at stake here, and they don't want to come back to LA on Christmas without a win.
They don't want to come back without those hats either. All those guys want to have those on their head, whether it fits or not. Now, on offense, Sean McVay did give the ball to Todd Gurley. He at least told Jared Goff, give the ball to Todd Gurley. It's something that the reporters have been asking about for the last several weeks. It's something that fans have wanted to see, and finally it happened. Gary, what do you think? Todd Gurley, can he be in that MVP discussion?
Todd Gurley is firmly entrenched in the MVP discussion, especially after last week's performance against the Seahawks. He rushed for 3 touchdowns. He catches a touchdown pass. He's really the key to this offense. Everything runs through him. So McVay obviously wants to keep that going. That takes pressure off Jared Goff. Gurley on his way to the Pro Bowl again. Maybe he's on his way to an MVP season. Against
the Seahawks last week, the Rams' defensive line played as well as I've seen them play in the last 2 seasons. Gary, how do they keep that going as they go into Nashville? Aaron Donald absolutely wreaking havoc for Russell Wilson, and Marcus Mariota struggled a bit this season.
Well, Russell Wilson and Marcus Mariota, similar in some ways, very mobile. So I think if you look at what the Rams did against Russell Wilson, especially what Aaron Donald did in terms of opening it up for everyone else as well, they had 7 sacks. If you're Marcus Mariota and you've been studying that tape, you cannot be feeling good about things.
You can't talk about the Rams' success without mentioning how healthy they've been. Now, Matt Longacre, a reserve linebacker who has made several plays, he'll be out Sunday against the Titans. Again, Kayvon Webster, he's out for the season, so it's going to be Troy Hill at cornerback. But by and large, Gary, this team is really healthy. And we have to mention, though, Greg Zuerlein, though. This could be kind of the X factor for the Rams going down into the playoff stretch. Their kicker not available for the rest of the season.
That impacts the offense, that impacts the defense, that impacts everything, including Sean McVay, a first-year coach who's got some game management issues he's still growing through. Now this kind of changes the dynamic a little bit about are you going to go for it on 4th down as opposed to kicking field goals? All those kinds of things that McVay and offensive coordinator Matt LaFleur are going to have to deal with. You got a new kicker in there, Sam Ficken, who has not kicked in an NFL game. They've got a lot of confidence that he's going to be able to step in and do well, but that remains to be seen.
So Zuerlein was leading the league in scoring. He was averaging more than 11 points for the Rams. He'll be a big guy to have to replace come Sunday. All right, Gary and I will see you next time from Nashville. Be sure to keep it on Los Angeles Times.